Hi, everybody. It's Cathy with Sipology by Steep Tea.
And this is Judy Lee from Dish with Judy. And welcome to our very first collaboration of a workshop, a cooking and beverage workshop. We're doing sangria and we're doing some fun appetizers because guess what? The holidays are upon us. I mean, I think it's only 8 weeks away, I think.
Yeah.
Till Christmas. So yeah.
We're gonna start by making some tea, and we're gonna make a sangria. In case anybody doesn't know, there's like a whole booklet available with making sangria. So if you're a sangria person, this isn't the only recipe. There's tons of recipes available, and I'm just going to show you a couple pairings and what we can do with that. And I'm going to start by boiling the kettle, and it shouldn't take long. So.
Yeah, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making an appetizer called Devils on Horseback. Now, you may have heard of it. It is something from the 60s. It's actually a very old, classic kind of appetizer. I just recently had it. Oh, yeah. My love, pretty it is. But anyways, so I went to the Ritz-Carlton recently, and they had it on their menu. And so our friend ordered it, and it was delicious. And it is an appetizer that was, from many years ago. And I think it kind of got forgotten for a while. And it is a variation of Angels on Horseback. So Angels on Horseback is actually bacon wrapped oysters. In this case, the Devils on Horseback, it's actually bacon wrapped dates. And the dates are stuffed with like a blue cheese, or it's stuffed with another kind of hard cheese, like Fontina, I think it's called, or you could stuff it with an almond and or a walnut, and it's delicious. It's just sweet and salty. It's delicious.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Cathy, go back to your drink.
Yeah. So what we have decided that we're going to make, this one's called a juicy blackberry sangria. So this is obviously from Sipology or Steep Tea. And I'm just going to open up a new bag. Always exciting.
Yeah.
And smell the tea.
Oh, okay.
This, of course, has no caffeine in it because it's one of our fruit. It's from our fruit tea line. So.
Yeah. Oh, it's very, very fruity. Very fruity. Yeah.
I enjoy that.
Yeah.
So I have a scoop over here. If you're always wondering how much to use for a pot, we do have a specific spoon just for that. So I'm going to put 2 of these in here. 1 and 2. And then I'm going to go get the water because it does sound like it's almost ready.
Like it. Yeah. So in the meantime, while she's getting this ready, I had actually made the Devils on Horseback and put them in the oven first because it's one of those things where if I don't watch it carefully, it can burn. So we decided to just do that first, but I can show you how I did it. Like they say to take medjool dates because they're larger and they're softer, but I had trouble finding some of those, so I just bought these regular. Actually, these dates, I think they're Iranian dates. Anyways, a little slit. Be very careful. Just make a little slit, and it's soft enough that it actually opens up, and you take the pit out. So you just take the pit out. It's like this little pit, and I know it's kind of far away. You probably can't see. You just take some blue cheese. I crumbled it up in here, and I just used this fork and I stuffed it in here, and then I just took a walnut and I stuck it in there. You don't have to do nuts if you don't want to. A slice of bacon. You can use turkey bacon if you're not into the pork bacon, And then all I did was I just took this I know it's kind of far away now. Okay, and then I just took the bacon and I wrapped the date filled with the blue cheese, and then I just put it on a tray to bake. Now, 2 ways you can bake it for 20 minutes at 400 degrees, or you can bake it, broil it but you gotta be careful because it can go burnt just like that. And you can do it for about 9 minutes, okay? But you have to kind of watch it and you have to kind of flip it because it is a very high heat. And you got to make sure that the tray that you're baking it with is something that can take a broil, okay?
Right.
So that you don't, break it.
There you go. As you can see, I added my water to here. So it's just right in on top of all of those wonderful fruits that are in the tea. And I used probably about 2 cups because I used 2 of these scoops, and we're doing more of a concentrate because we're going to add other things to this. So this isn't the full tea. We're going to add some sparkling water and maybe some wine if we want to make a true sangria. And so you kind of make a concentrate first. So this actually should sit for about 10 minutes. So Judy's going to continue doing some of her other stuff while I wait on this.
But I have a question.
Yeah.
So if you don't use wine, is it then like an iced tea if you drink it cold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it would be like a fruity.
Right. Okay.
I might equate it to Kool-Aid, right? because you're usually drinking it cold. I mean, you can drink it warm as well.
Yeah.
But we're going to add some sparkling water to it and a little bit of fruit.
Okay.
And
sounds good. And I've got these, sorry, I was washing my hands because I touched that bacon. So I was trying to make sure that I don't have, I don't know, what is it, salmonella or whatever.
There we go. Keep our hands clean. Yeah.
Just wanted to tell you that I have these beautiful wine glasses that I won last year from an Instagram contest. They're Riddell glasses. So we can maybe have a sip of your beverage in a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
as we get closer to
okay, so I have 2 more minutes, and then I'm just gonna. So what I've decided to do is a bit of both. I'm gonna bake for about 18 minutes rather than 20, and then the last 2 minutes I'm gonna put it on broil, and so that it could just crisp up the bacon. And I'll tell you, when the dates are caramelized and it's so sweet, the saltiness of the bacon and the blue cheese, oh, it's just like out of this world. Now, I did not stick little toothpicks in them. I found that I was experimenting this week that by wrapping the bacon and when it gets all crisp, it kind of holds the date. Although when I've looked online, some people said, oh, you have to put the toothpick. So it's up to you if you want to stick a toothpick in each one. Okay. Take it up to do a little flip anyway.
Okay. Yeah. It's smelling very nice in here right now. So
I wish you guys could smell this. And actually, we decided that we're going to do this maybe every 2 weeks, have kind of a tea recipe, and then maybe I'll do a couple of little recipes. We'll think of the theme and let you know ahead of time. And we wouldn't mind if anybody wants to come and
some tasting
and join us, because I forgot to tell you what we're calling this.
Yeah.
We're calling this the tasting table. Yes. So that means we're going to make, like, I'm also doing like a charcuterie board. So all the things that I'm doing right now, they're kind of like appetizers. They will go so nicely with this sangria. Okay. And especially with the holidays coming up, you're going to have, and with COVID kind of lifting the restrictions now, I mean, hopefully
we can start to entertain again, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Have people in the house and get back to some of that, right? So.
Okay. Already. Okay.
It's looking good. I don't know if you need to even correct it.
Pull it out. And it's in my Pampered Chef rock crock. You probably can't see it very well. It's a platter that you can actually put on the grill. You can also go in the oven to bake, and it can also be used under the broiler. So it's a very versatile piece. And I'm a huge fan of Pampered Chef, which is why mostly everything you see, like all my knives and I mean, these are,
yeah,
I love these knives. They're the best. This one's got this jagged edge, and I just love using these. Start with this one though. I first bought this Santoku knife. Loved it so much. I ended up going back and buying the set. So I use them all. Just flip them a little bit. I'm going to broil. So this is a new stove, so I'm still learning how to use I'm gonna actually get my little spatula. Again, one of these Pampered Chef spatulas I've had for like probably 20 years. But really delicious. And sweet and salty. And don't use like cheddar. I kind of did an experiment using cheddar, and the cheddar kind of melted all out, and then the date was empty in the middle. However, I got this really nice cheddar chip around it. Yeah. Just some kind of harder cheese, like blue cheese and like fontina and I can't think of it. Hey, but I'll look it up.
Okay. And I'm, I'm still waiting for my brew here, which you can see is getting a lot darker as well. About 10 minutes. And it would be nice if it cooled off too. So maybe I'll take the lid, as you can see the steam's coming out there. I'll take the lid off for now because we are going to add some cold to it too. So
amazing. I'm going to put it back in. Now I put the broiler on. Be very careful. I've had really bad luck with broilers in the past because my old houses always had these really old stoves, and it was like within seconds, it just everything turned black. Now, here too. That's all. Yeah, just to make it crispy, like crispy bacon. Yeah. So, I'm also doing a bit of a charcuterie board. So, what I've done is, let me just think here. I saw that on Pampered Chef there was this recipe. Now, I've been doing charcuteries for years and years, and I love it. Like, I don't do anything fancy. I know some people cut cheese into shapes and whatever. I don't do that. I just basically throw, the things that you need. The 4 things probably would be your cheeses, your meats, your maybe nuts and fruit, and then crackers. So 5 things. And yeah, you can do vegetables. It's whatever you want to do. So what was really cool is I saw online that Pampered Chef had on their website, it was called charcuterie, which was kind of cute because considering with the pandemic, you don't really want people touching your charcuterie board because everybody's touching and eating off of it. Now I do have this board here, which, this is one of those live edge boards that my brother-in-law's friend made for us, and it's really nice. And so what I usually do is I put like a soft cheese, like brie, and then I just buy a packet of these like mixed kinds of meats, that has like pastrami, or it has this one doesn't even tell me, like prosciutto. Yeah, there's prosciutto, and so there's just different types. And I also bought like this other one. It's kind of like a dry sausage with Parmesan around it, and then I cut them up, and they're really good. And then of course I put little pepperette sticks, and then I take
take that out. I can smell it.
Oh, see, you're ready. I have to put the timer on.
See how quickly it can turn into. That out.
Oh my gosh. Yes. It's still tasty.
And again, the smell is just. Yeah.
Anyways, thank you for reminding me because see, once again,
We don't need the alarm going off. In my place, the fire alarm has been off by now.
Yeah. So anyways, and I started telling you about what I saw on the Pampered Chef site. It was called charcuterie. So instead of putting it all out on this board, they actually put it into like an individual.
Like a single serve.
Yeah. So this is what it looks like. So, I've got the pepperette sticks. I've got breadsticks that I wrapped the prosciutto around and stuck it in here. I wrapped cheese around this breadstick. Then I put celery and carrot sticks. And then I did these little, like cherry tomatoes with basil leaf and, you know, maybe a piece of cheese on the toothpick. And then of course I do another one with more savory. So it's like a little gherkin with little, what are these? Onions. Pickled onions. Yeah. And then I threw in the same thing, like of these, you know, I just threw it inside. And I threw a date in there as well. Actually, you know what? I'll take it to the.
There's so much in there. It looks lovely. Serving, yeah. Stuff in there.
Yeah. Thing, you know, you don't
Not
really,
everybody's touching the
Yeah.
same boards and the same things.
although I love doing charcuterie boards like this. So, you know, you put crackers around, and then I usually like to throw some fruit, you know, like you want to throw raspberries and that I brought them. Oh, here they are.
Oh, there's your fruit over there. Oh,
Yeah. Okay. This counter is way too wide. So,
excuse me.
yeah. So what I like to do is after I put all my meats out and my cheeses and everything, and then I like to throw the berries on top so that it just adds color. And because it's fall, I have prunes, fresh prunes, and you just throw them around, and then you just get some, you know, crackers and maybe breadsticks, you know. So you just do
Nice bread. Yeah.
some nice bread and just do slices. You know, it's such a nice like compliment to the sangria, and especially when you want to just have conversation and talk to people.
Not a heavy.
And nibble
Yeah.
on things, and throw some dates all over here too, apricots. What else? Nuts, if you have some nuts, you know. Anyways, I love doing charcuterie boards, and so you know what? I do one every Christmas. I do one every like Easter. Anytime the whole family comes over, that's my appetizer. I just do a big charcuterie board. I have several of these types of live edge ones, and oh, and let me know, I have live edge shelving now in the back. Before it was empty, but now it's so pretty, and yeah, I love it. I love my new kitchen. I love it. So anyway, this is ready now. I'm gonna put some on this tray.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me just see here. Now this is a another one of this Pampered Chef stoneware trays, and this is actually enameled, so it looks very pretty. It can also go into the oven, but because I was going to broil it at the end, I didn't put it on this because this one does not go under the broiler. You can bake with it, and then because it's so pretty, you can just serve it right out of the oven. So you can put like nacho chips on here, put cheese all over, and then just take it out and put it right to the table, oven to table. So now,
Add a couple berries as she's doing that. I'm just gonna add some blueberries. These ones were frozen, so it will the drink a little cooler. Slice my lemon as well. So again, it depends on what flavor you're doing, but I'm going to use the lemon more as a garnish than I am in this because of the ingredients in this particular one. We've got apple and papaya, mango, as well as currant, hibiscus, lemongrass, blackberry. To me, the lemon is nice, but is more of a garnish as opposed to adding that citrus here. So again, I'm using Judy's wonderful knives from Pampered Chef, and I just want a couple of decorative slices.
okay, so I'm going to just bring it around so you can see the devil's on horse. I don't know if you can see that. And like I said, I had them at the Ritz-Carlton. They were like 3 on a little plate, and I'm sure they were like over $20. You can make this a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And I mean, I 20 of these, and yeah, it didn't cost me $20.
Near that, no.
Yeah, and because it was 3 to a plate, we were a table of 6. We each got 1 because we ordered 2 orders. So like it was expensive, but I've been experimenting right now. I don't know if it's still too hot. It's very careful.
Oh, yes, I'm afraid that they're going to be hot.
Yeah,
I'm touching
or
it.
do you wait? Do you want to wait a bit?
Yeah, maybe I'll just put it on your
Okay.
board for now since I've touched it.
Yeah.
I don't want to put it back. And we're going to add a little bit of water to this now. So I could add orange juice, or I could add a liqueur. There is in here with this particular tea that had, I think it was Grand Marnier. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but yes, Grand Marnier wine, and a little bit of soda water, as well as a little bit of mint for garnish. So I did bring mint with me. So I'm going to grab the soda water.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I love the soda stream. That's another thing that I just, yeah, can't get enough of. It makes me drink more water.
Now, to be accurate, I should probably use a measuring cup, but I'm just not that.
Do you want one?
No, I'm just not that type of person when I cook or when I do these things. So,
Okay.
So I'm just gonna actually add it directly in here.
Are you gonna need ice cubes?
Yeah, and then if we have some ice cubes, and can you see how that color changed? But now it's a sparkling look to it as well.
Mm.
So we're just going to finish up with this. I don't know how far along you are, but
Well, I'm kind of done. I mean, I wasn't, unless you want me to put the whole thing together. It's just that I think people know what a charcuterie board looks like. I was just getting pointers.
Whoops.
You want.
I forgot to filter it. See, we're both.
Oh, yeah, it's our first one, so bear with us.
We're gonna do it this way. One more try.
I hope you turned it on because I can't see it. Is it recording?
Yes.
Okay.
Upper right corner.
Okay.
Or upper
Good.
left. Sorry.
Good.
And again, if you had made a bigger batch, you might not need to
So
use a filter.
you
But
would put this into a punch bowl, really, right?
yeah. It's just because it's the 2 of us too, so we didn't want too much made either. But yeah, you would you could make a huge batch for serving.
Oh, I know.
Add some more blueberries to the
With
other.
the charcuterie board, I got one of these, which is the accessories. So you can put them with your board, and they just look so cool when you've got it like with the cheese, like you just place them all around. You've got the little fork thing, So this is really a nice thing to invest in if you haven't got one of these sets. And, especially if you like to entertain like I do, these come in so handy, so handy.
You're not right.
Leave the zester out?
No,
Okay.
we weren't going to add lemon to but I'm just going to add another
I
kernel.
just got this zester from Pampered Chef. I hadn't used it yet, so I thought Cathy was going to try it out for me. I'm just trying to.
Next time, right? You
Yeah.
can see us.
So it's like one of these. It's just for zesting, and you just pull this button down, and it opens up and closes. So.
Yeah, so we just need a little bit of ice. See how pretty these are? That blueberry or whatever fruit you have handy. You can put it in there. We actually have raspberries.
I have raspberries
There we
if
go.
you want to throw.
Yeah, we can throw some.
Okay, so just
Yeah.
it's gonna splash, right?
Yeah. There we go. Oh,
Okay, and then
all right.
splash.
Couple raspberries.
Ice cube for this one.
You have pretty ribbons. There we go.
Nice. I have orange slices too. Like you could do whatever to decorate. And oh, we didn't put the wine in.
Right. Well, because
We have a
yeah,
bottle
we
right
have a bottle there.
Yeah. If we had people over,
We would
we would have
wine.
included the wine.
So then you would have added less of the sparkling water because you don't want to dilute it too much, right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
again, there is a recipe here, so it tells you like 1 cup of this and 1 cup of that.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm doing
we
it
will
then.
probably post our recipes for everything that we did here
Yes.
today on our, well, I'm gonna be posting it on Dish with Judy. You will be posting it on your Facebook page?
Yeah, I have my it's oh, there we go. Cathy's tea and tea leaf readings. That's my Facebook page. So you can find me on Facebook there.
Great.
And I do all sorts of different things on there.
Yes. Oh, so we're gonna have to try the.
Yes. Oh, yes. Try this. All
And we're
right.
gonna have, and we're gonna have a sip of our concoction that you made for us.
Mm-hmm. This is very nice. It's caramelized.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like very dense flavor too. Like the cheese comes through and
It's so good.
the bacon comes through.
Even
Like,
though it's burnt a little
sweet.
bit, it's still so good. It's sweet. It's caramelized. It's got the salty bacon and the blue cheese,
mm.
right? And the nuts. Don't forget.
Oh,
I
and that
put nuts
was
in there. Yeah. Okay. Now
Love
we're gonna try your drink here. Okay. So cheers.
Cheers to the first one.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you for watching, everyone.
Yes. Thank you.
Take care.